Everyone is better than I am. I wish I could be like them. I wish I could think like them. Why can't I just get better? My brain has been consumed with words like these recently, as yours may have at some point. But mine are specifically oriented around my creativity, the videos and art and music that I make. It almost feels fraud-like to think like this, since the arts have no bounds. But it doesn't stop the way I think. I try to convince myself that I'm good at the artsy things that I do until I look at who and what else is out there. I become so overly obsessed with the fact that others are doing more than me and that their ideas are unique. And I'm not talking like professional level stuff, but more people my age, people on my level. And it makes me question really how unique and creative my own ideas are. Then that led me to this video, and this brain rant began its documentation. So welcome to the most unique video about uniqueness and how it came to be. Clicking on this video was your ticket on my unique train of thought and my mind as it unfolds this concept, so I hope you'll take the round trip. I am so passionate about many things, but I find that I lack actual motivation to contribute to the things that saturate my mind completely. That crow contributed something, though. I love playing, writing, and performing music. I love to make videos. I love to learn about filmmaking and lots of things, but something within me just discourages me from creating from that knowledge. Maybe it's the overwhelming thought of where to begin. There's too much I want to do, so I just don't start anything ever. But there's also a level of comparison happening in me, and it's these human thoughts that thwart my potential that I can't even begin to explore the limits of. Now, I'm not saying that I don't do or create anything. I mean, this is on my YouTube channel that has several videos on it. And to some, I do a good job. And I even convince myself that what I do is pretty good. But that's all. Good. Every English teacher that I've had has told the class to avoid the word good. Ironically, the word is not good enough. So the class just goes into Thesaurus.com and types in the word good to find the better words. And that search is where I find the expansive bank of better than good work from my peers and those around me. I try to remind myself that I'm always going to be my own biggest critic, and remembering that helps my mindset sometimes, but I think I also have to consider myself my biggest supporter as well. But when I see what others are doing, it feeds into the critical side of me, telling the supporter to take a day off, or a week, or a month. The critical brain can take it from here. Now, when I'm looking at other people's work, usually it's online, and it got me thinking about how I value virtual validation. When someone compliments me to my face, I'm extremely grateful, but I can never relive that moment again. When I look at a like or a comment on one of my videos, I can stare at that all day and relive that moment of validation somewhat, as much as I want, and sometimes this is the trumped value that I put on what I do. I mean, now that I think about it, the moments that I can't relive should be cherished more, but it's it's really hard to prioritize that when the value of what I do is put into the hands of others and it's all left up to subjectivity and other people's opinions. Not only is this a tool for a makeshift microphone, but it's also a vessel in which I find validation. Something my brother told me is that you get better by surrounding yourself by people who are better than you. So I could either sit back and allow myself to compare my work to theirs, or I could get inspired by them. Personally, this is kind of difficult for me since I view the people better than me through the lenses of the internet. I'm not actively immersed in it, but maybe that's where I start. Not thinking about where I'm going, but more the motivation behind what I'm doing. Although I've been performing almost my whole life, all of those performances, from band concerts, speeches, singing performances, they were all accompanied by a level of anxiousness that would usually affect the quality of what I was doing. Putting myself out there is really difficult, and doing what I love is hard. Even when a teacher is nearing my name in class for roll call, I still get an immense hard pounding in my chest. Funny how I'm trying to sound unique and this is just flat out relatable to a lot of people. Anyway, there will always be an existence of better and better in my work, but never an existence of best. The optimist in me wants to convince myself that that's motivation. And that's what this video is striving to be. Instead of using words like things and stop, I used legal essay words like concepts and thwart. So is this my attempt at better? Is this my attempt at uniqueness? The step I take beyond the line of mediocrity? More importantly, did it work? Another question that runs through my head is, should I delete my old, bad videos? I could easily make it look like I've always been at my current level, but I've always tried to advocate for progress rather than perfection, and this way I can look back at where I began and how far I've come. But the rate of progress also fluctuates. And personally, this last semester at school, mine hit a plateau. My assumption is I will finish this video and be proud of it, be excited to upload it, be excited to look at the comments, but I hope those comments instead reflect your validation of yourself rather than cheering me on. So thanks for sticking with me through this video. That means it's working. But there's a bee by me. But that means I need to be authentic, I guess. And it also means I need to be proud of what I'm doing as well and not just turn to others' validation. All of this being said, I'm not trying to say, don't compare yourself to others. We're all on our own journey. And although I support these philosophies, I'm trying to motivate myself to instead focus on the way I react to the feeling of comparison. Yes, comparing myself can be unhealthy, but we all tend to stop there, telling ourselves, oh no, I'm comparing myself, I suck. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's a human feeling. So why would I want to try to belittle the very roots of not who, but what I am? Anyway, I'm excited to complete this video, and I'm excited for the feelings I'll feel once I do so, but I'm sure in about a month I will look at somebody's own work and it will either inspire or deflate the drive for my own. And I'm just going to have to accept that. This train of thought took a few detours, and I'm not even sure if there was a final destination. I actually think I probably just ended up back where I started, but that's okay. Along with rejecting the word good, an English teacher of mine once taught the practice of brain vomit, just the permission to write down all of your thoughts that are streaming through your head with no turning back. So thanks for listening to my brain vomit. I'm not sure if it means anything. And that's a wrap. Whew. Beautiful day, by the way. Ah.